in the tower here today. Good buddy of mine, Mr. Matt Nyer from the Auburndale Speedway, going to help me call the action today. Matt, welcome to New Smyrna.
Thank you, Ryan. It's great to be out here. My first ever Governor's Cup, so definitely excited to be here tonight. It looks like we've got a good group of sportsmen out for practice and qualifying.
Yes, sir. And we'll get these drivers a couple laps here to run the track in. Make sure things are good. We did have a little precipitation here this morning. And give them a couple parade laps here, up to speed laps, if you will, and then we'll turn them loose. Gavin Boschel on pole for the Governor's Cup here today. Hudson Bolger qualified in second. Stephen Nau Sea third. Spencer Davis fourth. Michael Atwell rounding out the top five. The track is green for sportsman practice and qualifying. Keep you updated on the times as they start coming in. We'll see the times flash across the scoreboard. Continue to pick up the pace a little bit here. Robinson to the top of the board. Adam Briggs knocks him down, and then Palmer Hague knocks him down. So they're picking up the pace here early on, time to beat a 20.187.
Palmer Hague atop the charts here early on.
Winner of the Pro Truck race here last night in dominating fashion. So he's looking for his second win of the weekend.
Robinson jumps to the top at a 20.11. Palmer Hague takes it back, 20.041.
They got some fast cars here in the pits today, Matt. I'll tell you, Will Robinson had a career run going a couple of weeks ago before Mechanical Gremlins took him out of the fight for the win at the end of October. Still pretty quick here today in second. As I say that, Adam Briggs jumps to the top, and then Palmer Hague takes it away.
Palmer Hague, first car into the night.
Timmy Todd, 25, again to a transponder on that machine. And he's got one on now, so he'll be able to take to the racetrack, get some practice. Former track champion making his return to the Speedway tonight. Beckner in that beautiful 71, the most recent Sportsman winner out here at New Smyrna. Patiently waiting for the track to thin out a little bit to get on the Speedway. That's a typical veteran move out of Earl. We expect him to be pretty fast. Just looking over the field here today, man, I see 6, 7, 8 cars with a legit shot to get the win, so it's going to be a competitive race in that 35 lapper. Lucas hitting the Speedway as well, car number 99.
Started out front and led most of the race. Definitely a great showing.
Yeah, he's come a long way in a short amount of time. He's starting to get the hang of sportsman racing, and car looks fast just sitting still, so hopefully it'll go fast for him tonight. Palmer Hague still sitting atop the board, 19.875, the time to beat Will Robinson. A great run so far in second. Adam Briggs in third. Timmy Todd is in fourth, followed by Blaze Hetchnecker in the 66. Fast cars that have not yet made their way into the top 5 in the timing and scoring charts. I think we'll see some jumping around here as George Alexander's back on track in 63. Wait to see what the 71 Earl Beckner really has in that beautiful white number 71 in turn 34.
Beckner brings her off at turn number 4.
And Earl's a crafty veteran. He's just kind of getting it up to speed. And he might, he's going to shut it down now. I would expect him to make a quick pit stop, make some adjustments, and come back out. Palmer Hague still atop the board where he was all day yesterday with the Pro Truck. Palmer Hague, the Sportsman champion here at New Smyrna in 2024. Started off the season in the very race car he's in today. Had some issues with it midway through the year. Partnered up with Boyd Tech, drove the house car to the track championship, back behind the wheel of his the former Steel Sportsman championship car, as a matter of fact. That is a good piece that driver has today. Obviously sitting top of the board. Will Robinson out of Chad Pierce, very fast today as well. George Alexander, track regular, up to third.
Part of the Florida Short Track racing.
So what you're saying is the sim world translates to the real stuff.
There are people with other opinions, huh?
Right now, things pretty calm on the racetrack as Earl Beckner's coming back out. He sits fourth on the board. I don't think he's happy with fourth. I don't think Adam Briggs is happy with fifth either. So I think we're still going to see a little bit of leapfrogging going on here. Earl Beckner actually bringing the 71 back to the pits.
Yeah, they've got that 14 Adam Briggs up on the jack doing some major adjustments to that machine. Trying to squeeze just a little bit more speed out of it.
Fast qualifier, Palmer Hague coming back out in the 55. Maybe he can sense that some other teams are gearing up for a fast qualifying run. Now, some teams might use the first few laps as an actual practice and then they'll hit the reset button and finally announce the fast qualifying lap. So we'll see if things pick up here late in this one and only practice/qualifying session for the Sportsman. That will wrap up today's program after the Florida Governor's Cup 200. And I'll tell you, Matt, with a little bit of rain that came through this morning, track might be a little bit green. So using that first few minutes to rubber in the racetrack a little bit. And now Palmer with the track all to himself. It's like a normal qualifying lap for him. We'll see how fast he is. And it's going to be a 19.887 that time by. Fastest time is a 19.875. So he's right there with some of the fast times.
Looks like we've got the Travis Roll Motorsports B&W Supply Shifters Transmission Machine at Adam Briggs. Coming out pit road.
Yeah, he's fifth on the board right now. I would expect to see him maybe jump up a couple of spots, maybe a threat for the pole. It's kind of turning into a normal qualifying session here, Matt.
Spent the last 2 nights at my own track, Auburndale Speedway, with Adam's brother Zach, doing our crash and mania show. Brothers are the kind of guys that'll hop in anything other than Sportsman.
Yeah, hand them the keys. They'll go to town on it, that's for sure. Adam Briggs on his flyer here with the track all to himself. Fifth on the board, and we'll see if he's able to jump up any higher. 20.525 last time by. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit quicker this time. 20.236 that time for Adam Briggs, still fifth on the board. Not quite what they were looking for. Looks like he's staying on the gas. Briggs with a 21.73 that time, but still not able to jump up any spots. I'm actually a little bit surprised, but you know, they might have a setup in there that'll be better for the 35-lap race versus 1 or 2 quick laps here.
Speedway, there's Briggs picking up to a 20.026, but still going to be fifth quick on the board.
Yeah, Earl Beckner sitting in the fourth spot at 19.977, so only 4 cars in the 19-second bracket as we speak right now, as Fitzgerald's on the Speedway like you mentioned. Briggs keeping at it here. Find some more speed at 21.05, but that's still not good enough to bump up any positions on the scoreboard. Look who's coming back out, Matt. He's not satisfied. Palmer Hague in the 55 going to come back out. At this point, he might be happy with his fast time, but might be working on some things for the race here later this afternoon. I think if you're in the top 5 in qualifying, you're going to be in good shape come race time.
Adam Briggs. 999. Still fifth quick on the board.
Three drivers on the Speedway. A lot of drivers you see parked in the infield right now, they're calling every day for practice. So only a handful of cars left to make some laps. Time to beat is Palmer Hague's 19.875. 19.875, the quickest lap we've seen. Adam Briggs very consistent. He's right there around that 22nd lap mark. And here's the fast qualifier thus far. Our Sportsman champion for 2024. Look down in the concourse area, back behind the American flag grandstand. You'll see some of our other track champions that have joined us for Governor's Cup weekend with their cars on display in the Midway area. Palmer's car, of course, on track here today, so will not be on display. He's hoping to display it in victory lane again.
Pit road. Palmer Hague hanging around in the low 20s right now. He said Ryan probably working on the race trim now.
That would make sense to me. Get a couple of good laps in, 5, 6, 7 laps. A little long run simulation here, if you will. 35 laps, a little extra distance for the Sportsman. They typically go 25 laps here on a weekly show. 35 laps tonight. And Palmer Hague, I think, going to be one of the favorites. Will Robinson, very impressive in this qualifying session. He's come a long way in the last couple of weeks. He runs second. George Alexander is third. And fourth is the 71 of Earl Beckner Jr. Adam Briggs. We saw him out there for multiple laps and not able to break out of the 5th position. Following Briggs is Timmy Todd in the 25. Lucas Hinton 7th. Blaise Hetschnecker 8th. Sean Fitzgerald 9th. Rounding out the top 10 right now is Russ Moore in the 39.
Palmer Hague backing out of it on the back straightaway. Looks like he'll take that car down pit road.
I think about 2 minutes left here in this practice/qualifying session that might be just about over, as dictated by the teams here. But so being told 2 minutes officially left. Palmer Hague sitting atop the board as the fast qualifier right now. 2 minutes remaining. Then we'll start gridding super late models. We'll get ready for opening ceremonies here for the Florida Governor's Cup. Our plan is to get the race going on time, and we were going to fight through anything we can fight through to get this race going for you here this afternoon. But things looking good despite Mother Nature's best efforts here today. But again, after this session is officially complete, we'll start gridding the super late models, and then we'll begin opening ceremonies to get this thing started just as soon as possible. Again, it does appear this session is now officially complete. It is, as they open the back gates. Palmer Hague, our fast qualifier for the Sportsman, at qualifies at a 19.875. Will Robinson goes second at a 19.915. George Alexander third at a 19.974. Earl Beckner fourth, qualifying at 19.977. And Adam Briggs with that speedy lap of 19.999 to round out the top 5. Then it will be Timmy Todd sixth, Lucas Hinton seventh, Blaise Hetschnecker 8th, Sean Fitzgerald 9th, Russ Moore 10th, and Richard Fiore in 11th. There are a few more cars that did not qualify, and they will tag to the rear of the field for the feature here. That will wrap up Florida Governor's Cup weekend after the Dave Rogers Super Late Model Florida Governor's Cup 200.
Go to patreon.com/Speedway Video now.